All right, now we can talk about the other weird thing that Nintendo is doing.
It's not like an actual thing. It's a patent. But
True, we should preface it with that.
Yeah.
Nintendo files weird patent for new Joy-Cons. Will, why don't you read it while I fix the camera because somebody said we're out of focus.
Okay. A strange patent application Nintendo filed in Japan has fans guessing at its purpose, even before the necessary speculation of whether it'll actually become a peripheral people can buy for the Switch. But there it is, a pair of Joy-Cons with a hinge. The hinge flips the upper portion of the Joy-Con, left thumbstick on the left and face buttons on the right, downwards or towards or away from the user at about 20 to 30 degree angle. Shown against the natural position of the hand with its thumbs in the stick, this seems to be an ergonomic improvement. There appears to be a second design with the bottom of the controller slightly angled as well for extra ergonomic grippiness. Their words. The Joy-Con retains a straight inner railing so that it can still attach to a standard Nintendo Switch unit. And since the dock's housing doesn't expand past the screen's width, that's of no concern for a Switch fitted with a couple of these. Images further down the patent application show that this is a moving hinge with the Joy-Con locking flat for use in a traditional detached two-player way. Connected, I suppose this would be for power users who do the most of their playing handheld and want a better grip on their unit. Snicker.
Did they say snicker?
Yeah, they wrote snicker. Better grip on their unit. Snicker. Commenters on this Reddit thread bring up the fact that Joy-Cons are already so small that the revision doesn't leave much space for new things. The upcoming Nintendo Switch Lite, whose controllers cannot be separated, had to toss out HD rumble and the infrared motion camera because of the smaller footprint. The hinge might sacrifice some other functionality as well. So if it ever comes to market, this could be more of a novelty than a new standard for the Switch's official controller. Why not? Even at $80 for a set, plenty of folks still have multiple Joy-Cons for no reason other than the different colors that are appealing. The latest info we have on the new Joy-Cons concerns new shades available October 4th. For a total of 11 official colors. There's also the matter of Joy-Con drift. Nintendo is quietly trying to fix for free.
There are a lot more pictures in this patent filing that I have never seen before.
Yeah.
I'm completely confused at how exactly it's going to bend.
I mean, from the one picture, hold on, I lost it. It looks like there's gonna be like a door hinge towards the top.
Yeah, but then there's a picture like this.
Yeah,
that's like the whole thing bends.
Yeah,
that's weird, except for the part that's a hinge. The part that slots onto the Switch itself is a hinge, but it looks like the plastic of the Joy-Con is curved there. But then there's that picture, which is a hard bend.
I think the one before that might just be to show like they're trying to make it out of like a flexible material so that, even when it's locked, it can bend. It has some give to it.
You can see the line where it's supposed to bend.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's very bizarre.
It's very strange.
But, look, it looks like there's a little hump at the bottom too.
Yeah.
This would be a way more ergonomic way to play. Like now we like using a grip when we play in portable mode.
Yes. Because
the Joy-Con are just not ergonomic. It's just not. They're for function. They're not really for comfort.
Right.
They try to be, but it's pretty comfortable, but it's not that. It could be more comfortable.
Exactly.
Having the top bend in a little bit, I could imagine that being really comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially with the way that that kind of looks like you're playing with a grip. Yeah. I'd be super down for that. Because that gets rid of some of the symmetry. Yeah. I'd be down for that. It's just that when you add hinges and stuff and like ways to change things and connect things, you add more wear to the device.
Yeah, you add breakpoints.
Exactly.
The DS and the 3DS are like infamous for having like weak hinges on certain models.
Yeah, so that's part of why I didn't expect the Switch to even have Joy-Cons that attach and detach at all, because that just you're just asking for trouble. Yeah. Luckily, I've never heard of anybody breaking the connection points on this. And Nintendo is pretty known for having weird, stupid stuff like that is going to break, like the hinge on the DS. But they're pretty good at making stuff like that. So I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think this is something that they might actually come out with.
Possibly. I don't know, because if it's a Joy-Con, I'd imagine it'd also have to like fit in the Joy-Con grip. Mm-hmm. And like any other like accessory, like maybe even Labo.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same. Yeah. It's just it has a bump on the back and it bends.
Yeah.
And the side looked a little weird. Yeah. But it looks like it's the same size.
I don't know, because if it has the bump on the back and the hinge, it's got to add like dimensions to it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be difficult then making it compatible with the current Joy-Con grip and Labo and other accessories.
Oh yeah, I guess the Joy-Con grip has a back.
Yeah.
Hey, make a new grip. Well, there is a grip that comes with the Switch.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem. Because this is a completely different. Yeah, what would you call this? Like the Joy-Con Pro or something?
Yeah. I don't know. Also, too, it could just be Nintendo filing it for testing purposes, because companies file patents all the time just for themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be they're like, oh, this is an idea. Maybe we'll execute on it later. Mm-hmm. I wonder what that hump's for. Maybe just more battery. But like the Joy-Con have great battery anyway.
Probably not for battery. It's probably for grip. But at the same time, they can use that bump to like fit in like HC rumble and like the IR sensor.
Yeah. That's true. You know, I was asking if it's going to be rubber, like if the whole thing's going to bend, or if it's going to be a hinge. They probably don't even know.
Yeah.
This is probably just an idea that they have. And
I mean, it looks like a hinge, but...
Yeah. Well, it looks like a hinge from all the pictures except for the one that looks like it's got like this weird little curve in it. Mm-hmm. But I think that'll help with the ergonomics of the Switch, because right now it is weird playing in portable mode. Yeah. I think that'll help at least a little bit. Wee Man in the chat says, Nintendo have been known to use current designs of products to demonstrate ideas in patents. Who's to say this couldn't be something they're developing for next Switch successor?
That's true too.
That's true too. Mm-hmm. Or just a controller that they have like way down the line. Maybe the new Nintendo Switch, like when they make an actual iteration of the current model, maybe that'll be it. And then the Joy-Con grip can be a different grip.
Yep.
Eric says warp cons. Retro Tam Game says there is no indication in the patent that the Joy-Con itself bends or is hinged in any way. It is only the rail itself that has a hinge. The actual Joy-Con seem to be permanently bent. I see what he's saying. I want to go back now and look at it.
But then how do you straighten it if the Joy-Con itself is permanently bent?
How do you straighten what?
The Joy-Con.
That's what he's saying.
He's saying the Joy-Con itself is permanently bent. The rail is what hinges. So if the Joy-Con is permanently bent, how does it straighten out?
I still don't understand. How does what straighten out?
All right. He said the Joy-Con itself is permanently bent. Uh-huh. The rail has the hinge in it.
Uh-huh.
So then how does the Joy-Con straighten out?
It doesn't. That's what he's saying.
But the pictures are showing it straight.
No, well, he's saying that none of the pictures show it straight, and that's why I'm going back and looking, and I think he's correct. Oh no, that's the rail still. See, this picture has the rail straightened out, but the Joy-Con is still bent.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
That's so that when you don't have it in the Switch,
right,
you don't have this rail sticking out.
Yeah.
You can bend it down so it's not in the way. I think he's right.
You may be right.
I think that we have just a permanently bent Joy-Con. Here's a patent for just a regular old Joy-Con.
Yeah.
That's not bent at all.
Okay. That might actually be worse. No, hear me out. So if the rail is like the thing that actually bends, the rail is much thinner.
Right. So you're saying there's more prone for breakage.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. I think he's absolutely right. I think this Joy-Con is not bending at all. I think this picture says it all. It's just the rail.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the rail, I mean, let's break this friggin' thing out of here. Yeah, the rail's pretty thick.
Yeah.
They would have to make it out of...
They would have to like make it out of metal instead of plastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I could totally see that. Yeah, those will break though.
Yeah.
That's 100% gonna break. Well, mystery solved.
There you go.